The Chernobyl exclusion zone covers about 2,600 square kilometers. It was established after the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster. The zone spans parts of Ukraine and Belarus. The city of Pripyat was abandoned within 36 hours of the explosion. Over 49,000 residents were evacuated from Pripyat. The Chernobyl reactor that exploded was reactor number 4. The explosion occurred on April 26, 1986. The initial explosion released at least 400 times more radiation than the Hiroshima bomb. The exclusion zone remains one of the most radioactive areas on Earth. Tours to the zone are now legally permitted with guides. Wildlife has rebounded significantly in the area. Wolves, bears, lynx, and wild horses live in the zone. The Przewalski's horse has been reintroduced and is thriving. The Chernobyl disaster is considered the worst nuclear accident in history. The Soviet government tried to cover up the accident at first. Sweden was the first country to detect unusual radiation levels. The reactor core burned for over a week after the explosion. A steel sarcophagus was built over reactor 4 in 1986. A new steel structure, the new safe confinement, was completed in 2016. The new safe confinement is the largest movable metal structure ever built. Robotic equipment melted due to intense radiation. Helicopters dropped sand and boron to extinguish the fire. Many liquidators helped contain the disaster. Over 600,000 people were officially involved in cleanup efforts. Some workers received fatal doses of radiation within minutes. The Red Forest is one of the most contaminated areas. The Red Forest got its name after pine trees turned reddish-orange from radiation. Some parts of the zone will remain dangerous for thousands of years. Mutant animals and plants are rare despite myths. Radiation levels vary drastically depending on location. The zone has become an unintended nature reserve. Fungi growing inside the reactor feed on radiation. Some residents, called Somosli, return to live in the zone illegally. The Somosli mostly consist of elderly people. Illegal scavengers often strip buildings for scrap. The Chernobyl TV series increased tourism to the zone. Duga radar, a massive Soviet over-the-horizon radar system, sits inside the zone. The Duga system was nicknamed the Russian woodpecker. Pripyat's Ferris wheel was never officially used. The Ferris wheel became a haunting symbol of the disaster. Abandoned schools and hospitals still contain personal belongings. Gas masks litter many buildings in Pripyat. The Chernobyl reactor was part of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant complex. Reactors 1 through 3 continued operating until the early 2000s. The plant officially ceased operations in 2000. Chernobyl today has its own police and fire departments. The zone has been used for scientific research on radiation. Time spent in the zone by visitors is strictly limited. Radiation is monitored at checkpoints when exiting. Visitors are not allowed to eat outdoors in the zone. Many buildings are at risk of collapse due to neglect. There are more than 100 abandoned villages in the zone. Wild boar are among the most common animals seen. Some areas inside the zone are now used for filming. Documentaries and horror films often feature the zone. The Ukrainian government hopes to turn the zone into a renewable energy site. A solar farm was opened near the plant in 2018. There are still radioactive hotspots hidden in the soil. Radiation from Chernobyl reached as far as the USA. Reactor 4 used graphite-moderated technology. Graphite fires caused extensive radioactive release. The initial reactor test was poorly planned and unsafe. Operators shut down safety systems prior to the disaster. The disaster prompted international nuclear safety reforms. A memorial stands near the plant to honor victims. Some liquidators later received medals for bravery. Many liquidators suffer from long-term health effects. Over 30 people died in the immediate aftermath. Long-term deaths from radiation are hard to estimate. The WHO estimates thousands could eventually die from radiation exposure. Children exposed to radiation faced increased thyroid cancer risk. Contaminated milk was a major source of internal exposure. Iodine tablets were not widely distributed after the blast. The disaster affected agriculture across Europe. Some Chernobyl evacuees were relocated multiple times. Many pets were left behind and later killed. Some pets turned feral and formed packs. Today, a charity vaccinates stray dogs in the zone. A Chernobyl fungus may help protect astronauts from radiation. Some drones used for exploration crash due to interference. Rain spreads radiation to new areas over time. Chernobyl tourism includes overnight stays near the zone. Some parts of Pripyat remain highly radioactive today. River systems near Chernobyl remain contaminated. The zone's soil shows signs of slow self-repair. Plants grow faster in some contaminated areas. Moss and fungi are especially radiation resistant. Some trees grew in strange shapes after the blast. The event created elephant's foot lava-like corium. The elephant's foot remains deadly even today. The exclusion zone has inspired many video games. Stalker is a popular game series based on the zone. Artists have created installations inside the zone. Virtual tours are now available online. Airborne drones assist scientists in studying the site. The zone is also used for military training at times. Underground water monitoring continues around Chernobyl. Seasonal wildfires can spread radiation and smoke. The zone's eeriness draws urban explorers from around the world. Despite the danger, the Chernobyl exclusion zone remains one of the most studied radioactive sites on Earth.